Hi, my name is Michael Rhodes, and I believe many of you follow me on Michael's Musings. And you'll notice I always end consciously ... choose love. And still today people are asking me, how do they do that? Well, we're in a time now of control. We're being controlled. Country after country are being controlled by our governments. And our governments are the puppets for something much bigger and much nastier. And whether they're willing puppets or not is immaterial. It is as it is. So what I want to talk about is this, what I mean by consciously choosing love. And it's not a particularly happy story to listen to. About 94% of humanity lives subconsciously. Subconsciously. This means less than fully conscious. Now, when people wake up in the morning, they think they're fully conscious. But no, they're actually following a program that has been running for thousands of years. We incarnate. This is not something I'm going to discuss. We are eternal souls, and we incarnate into physical bodies. And every time, every lifetime, we create a pattern. We get into habits, and gradually those habits deepen. Rather like a trench, they're not easy to get out. And lifetime after lifetime, we come back to attempt to correct our errors and to find a greater balance. And over the centuries, what's happened is our conditioning has come deeper and deeper. And this is what I mean by the subconscious. We're now living those subconscious conditioning, those programs. Let's just call this the program. And the program contains all our emotional issues of the past, our anguish, and sometimes our physical pain. I could expand on this, but I really don't have time. And so now we're subconsciously living a program. In many ways, to become enlightened is to break out of that program. So you make free choices, because we're not choosing, not actually choosing. So today there are millions, hundreds of millions of people who are fearful. They're not making a choice. Fear overwhelms them. And fear, as I've said before, is false evidence appearing real. It's not real at all. You have to create fear. God didn't create fear. You have to create it. And you create it with negative use of your imagination. Instead of imagining what could go right, people imagine what could go wrong. Now, they don't sit and think, okay, I'm going to imagine what could go wrong today. That is the program. The program is based in our past pain, our past anguish. For some reason, that imprints more deeply into our consciousness than our past joys and our past happiness, our past triumphs. They don't as deeply impress into our consciousness. And so the subconscious holds more pain. And so as soon as the pressure's on, people go into fear, move into fear. And this is when you choose love. But how do you do that? This is not nice to hear, but you cannot subconsciously love. Now this is challenging. 94% of the human population lives subconsciously, most of them all day and every day. And there is no such thing as a subconscious love. Love is the power of creation. It's not an emotion. We emotionalize love, and that's fine. We're emotional beings, and emotions should be honoured, not suppressed. So we put our emotions into love, but love itself is not an emotion. If you get in a car, you're not a car. You're a passenger of the car. And exactly, emotions are the passenger of love. And so the only way you can actually choose love is to be conscious. You come into the moment. You literally start, in that moment you say, I am conscious of who I am. I am a being of love. I consciously choose love for me. And I choose love for humanity. I choose love rather than fear. Fear is a subconscious reaction. Love is a response from the moment. But nobody's in the moment. Everybody's living a program of the past. I say everybody, there are individuals who have taught themselves and have a long history of retraining themselves to come out of the subconscious. This is what I do. I don't live all the time submerged in the subconscious. I'm certainly not fully conscious all the time, but getting closer every day. And so, consciously choose love brings yourself into the moment, out of the past. You let go of all the old patterns of negativity. You let go of, oh my God, the coronavirus. You let go of COVID-19. I don't know how they came up with that name, but it doesn't matter. You let go of all that and you come into the moment. And in this moment, what do we have? I'm alive. I'm healthy. So I'm confined to a certain space. I can't do this and I can't do that. I will use this time reflectively. And if I'm having a bad relationship with my husband or wife or some of my children, I will spend time in creating a relationship where instead of reacting to those people, where I choose love. But it begins by choosing love for yourself. Another unpalatable fact is you cannot love anybody else if you do not love yourself. You can say I love you as much as you like, but that's just words. Just words. If you're not loving yourself, you're not loving other people. Why? Because there is one consciousness, one humanity. You are humanity. You're learning individualization, as I mentioned last time, but you are humanity. And if you're loving yourself, do you realize you are loving humanity? But if you're not loving yourself, you're not loving another human being. And so a lot of people say, how can we contribute? Well, one of the ways we contribute is choosing to love self. And the little self and the greater self. Not that there is a little and greater, but we have to use a language. And so you choose love for yourself, you choose love for your actions, you choose to respond rather than react. And sometimes you'll hear yourself and you're suddenly reacting. You're suddenly saying words you can't pull back. Stop when you do that. Stop. And consciously bring love to yourself. Consciously be aware. This doesn't work. I've done this over and over. Don't hate the Illuminati and the cabals. They are humanity, part of humanity. This isn't by accident this is happening. We can make this negative and downhill from here, or we can make it positive, and up we rise. And how do we do that? By you consciously choosing love for yourself, for humanity, and respond from the moment rather than reacting from the old conditioned past. I say it again, choose love. Consciously choose love.